Welcome to Young Patriots, the heartbeat of African resistance.
Africa is for African one motherland. We love support the movement, like, comment and share.
Impact on the global economy, and it's important for us to deal with the issue of the tariffs.
The BRICS Summit 2025 is shaping up to be a game changer, especially for Africa. With the bloc expanding and reform high on the agenda, African nations are stepping into the spotlight, pushing for fairer global governance and deeper South-South cooperation. From trade to tech, the opportunities are massive. This year's summit could redefine Africa's role in a shifting world order. This story was first originally reported by peoplesdispatch.org news. So, what's at stake, and how can Africa turn presence into power? Let's dive into the key takeaways from this pivotal moment. Strengthening economic partnerships. The BRICS Summit 2025 has ignited renewed optimism about Africa's economic future, setting the stage for game-changing partnerships. At this year's gathering in South Africa, attendees celebrated the continent's 4.5% projected GDP growth in 2025, well above the global average. Those stats signals real momentum, with the continent's expanding middle class fueling demand for goods, services, and investment. Brazil's agritech firms are partnering with Kenyan cooperatives to boost food security, while Russia's energy giants are entering Ghana's gas-rich offshore zones. These collaborations aren't just transactional, they're transformational, anchoring long-term growth. China's President Xi Jinping emphasized at the summit that Africa's development is central to building a multipolar world. His pledge of $20 billion in infrastructure loans underscores this commitment, reinforcing rail, ports, and digital corridors across the Sahel and East Africa. Meanwhile, India launched a Pan-African digital skills initiative that aims to train 1 million young Africans in coding and fintech by 2026. That's not just a headline, it's job creation, tech diversification, and economic resilience in motion. South Africa's own industries are scaling up to supply automotive parts to Brazilian and Chinese automakers setting up shop across northern Africa. The cumulative effect? A web of interlinked value chains that elevate Africa from resource exporter to regional manufacturing and tech hub. Reform of BRICS governance, giving developing nation members like Egypt and Nigeria more voting power, will turbocharge these efforts. It means decisions, funds, and projects reflect African realities, not just distant priorities. The bottom line: this summit is equipping Africa with financial muscle and strategic alliances, a launchpad for economic transformation that goes beyond aid into equity and ownership. It's exactly that shift from charity to partnership that defines this historic moment. Institutional reform and inclusive governance. Institutional reform emerged as a cornerstone of the BRICS 2025 agenda, with Africa driving calls for more inclusive governance. Historically, major decisions within the bloc favored founding members, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, often sidelining perspectives from newer members like Nigeria, Egypt, and Ethiopia. At this summit, leaders endorsed a progressive mechanism to recalibrate voting structures. Under the new framework, any member representing at least 5% of BRICS GDP or 5% of its trade volume secures additional seats on key committees. This means that next year, Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, will officially join the Economic Coordination Council. Egypt and Kenya will gain seats on the Infrastructure and Development Board. These changes aim to democratize funding decisions and project priorities. The African Development Bank-backed report predicts this shift will increase the continent's BRICS allocated budget by 20% by 2027. That equates to roughly $15 billion in additional funding for critical sectors: healthcare, education, clean energy, tailored to African needs. This is not token representation, it's structural empowerment. Transparency is also on the agenda. BRICS will launch a unified project tracking portal, offering real-time reporting on expense allocations, timelines, and impact assessments. Civil society groups from Accra to Cape Town will have seats on oversight committees, adding integrity to the system. This insurgent move towards shared governance is a direct challenge to decades of top-down development models. It asserts that Africa isn't just a recipient, it's a full stakeholder with.
Thank you for standing with us. for standing with the truth, and for standing with President Ibrahim Traoré. In these trying times, your voice is powerful. Don't just watch, be part of the movement. Subscribe to stay updated, share to awaken others, and head to the comment section. Tell us how you feel, what you believe, and what Africa means to you. Together we are louder, together we are stronger. This is Young Patriots TV, and you are the heartbeat of the mission. Thank you.